Far up in North Texas, on a bend of the Wichita River, lies the historic city of Wichita Falls. For more than 100 years, Coca-Cola has been an integral part of the city, and that historic legacy continues today through local bottler Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. Randy Mayo's great-grandfather, Ollie Biedenharn, introduced Coca-Cola bottling to Texas in 1919 when he opened the first bottling facility in Wichita Falls. When he was younger, Randy got an early taste of the family business.
Well, I grew up here in Wichita Falls. My family owning the Coca-Cola plant here. I spent my childhood around the Coke plant. I worked in the production department, in the warehouse. I sorted bottles. I've spent my whole life either at the plant or with my grandparents or my uncle, who was the manager and president here. I've spent a lot of time in Wichita Falls.
Before the family relocated to Wichita Falls, Randy's great-grandfather helped pioneer Coca-Cola bottling in the U.S. He got his first taste of Coca-Cola in 1890 while living in Vicksburg, Mississippi, where he and his brothers owned a candy company. He could quickly see this bubbly concoction was gonna be big.
They made candies, cakes and pies and all kinds of sweet stuff. And they had what was called back then a confectionery, which was a fountain where they sold soft drinks and sold all their sweets. In 1890, a salesman for the Coca-Cola company brought a jug of Coca-Cola syrup and gave it to him and said, "Would you try to sell this?" The way you dispense Coca-Cola was via a fountain, and it became popular in Vicksburg.
In no time, their success under the cap became apparent. Two lawyers approached the Beidenharns and asked if they could get in on the bottling rights for the rest of the United States.
No one knew if this was going to be a successful enterprise or not. A lot of products are introduced and a lot of products don't make it. But this obviously took off. My great-grandfather, Ollie Biedenharn, went to a bottler meeting and came back really pumped about the business. And so he wanted to devote everything to Coca-Cola bottling.
From there, things began to bubble over. Randy's great-grandfather and his brother went on to expand the bottling business far beyond the confines of Mississippi. It was then that they introduced Coca-Cola bottling to Texas for the very first time in historic Wichita Falls.
My great-grandfather and his brothers bought this franchise in 1919. And the reason I'm pretty sure that he bought it was because the oil boom was going strong in Wichita County in 1919. And so he thought it would probably be a good opportunity.
Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages team members enjoy working for an organization that fosters such strong bonds. It means something to be part of something so long-lasting. Many have decades-long careers with the company in Wichita Falls.
My name is Wayne Cray. I've been working here 43 years, and I've been in the service department the whole time, delivering machines, installing the fountains, basically everything that needs to be done in service. Started here when I was 16 years old, summertime helper, and been here ever since.
My name is Ronnie Miller. I'm the sales center manager. I've been here for 28 years, so it was my goal just to follow my dad's path and work for one company my whole life, find a gun company, and just stay there. Everybody will probably tell you the same thing. It's family. I mean, like when you work for Coca-Cola, there's a lot of family members actually that work here, but it's the just atmosphere as well. I mean, coming to work every day is like seeing all your friends, basically.
The employees of the facility cherish the decades of Coca-Cola history that they're inextricably linked to. Being in Wichita Falls for over a century means you've gone through many historical moments. During World War II, the company offered up their building in support.
So this conference room was used for radio broadcasts in World War II. So it's a pretty neat room, to say the least. They put the tower on top of this building. It was one of the tallest buildings in town at the time. And so therefore, they just volunteered, I guess, to do it from here. Yeah, no, it's special. I mean, the entire area down here. I mean, when you look around, so the buildings across the street, we used to own those as well. So they're like this whole block, I mean, was all a Coke facility at one time. So it's kind of neat to see I guess the history and know the people that have worked here before me.
Although there's a strong emphasis on the past here in Wichita Falls, Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages continues to be involved in the present-day lives of their neighbors and customers.
Just making them smile when you make them happy. Just the satisfaction of taking care of the business and taking care of the customer at the same time.
Yeah, so the main thing that we're involved in right now, I mean, we have numerous organizations we're involved with. I mean, we're a member of the Chamber in Wichita Falls, Graham, Olney, do stuff with the YMCA, Zavala. But the main thing is I'm on the board for the Boys and Girls Club here in Wichita Falls. A former employee actually was the president there and asked me to get involved, and it's been a blessing.
From the first bottling facility in 1919 to modern bottling more than 100 years later, CCSWB and its associates will no doubt continue making and preserving history here in Wichita Falls for generations to come.